Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. David Schwartz, who of course is Ripple's CTO and co-creator of XRP and the XRP Ledger, confirmed 10 things the XRP community needs to get right. And the 10 things were actually listed by an XRP community member. And a couple things. It's kind of in a way sad that some of these things in particular even need to be stated in 2023. But I'm glad that they are being stated because, look, we have a very large and exuberant community, and sometimes I've noticed that there are some perspectives that get a little bit too far into left field, let's say, to put things diplomatically. And David Schwartz is kind of set things straight just with a simple sentence, just confirming, yep, all of this is actually true. So I want to go through some of them. I don't feel like I need to belabor the point of every single one of these in this list here, but I do want to talk about. I mean, I'll go through the list, but some of the points I'm going to talk about more than others. Then there was also this story, which is completely unrelated, so I'll save this for the later part of the video. But I just found it so fascinating, I wanted to cover this. Here's a headline from Markets Insider: Apple has hidden a Bitcoin manifesto in every Mac since 2018, says a tech blogger who discovered it by accident. Yes, that's right. Apple, one of the largest companies on the entire planet, put in what is actually, they call it Bitcoin Manifesto in the headline here. We're talking about the Bitcoin white paper. It's in every Mac that's been manufactured by Apple since 2018. That's what's being reported here. That's interesting. But before we go further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Okay, so here's a new headline from the Crypto Basic. Ripple CTO confirms 10 things XRP community needs to get right. An XRP community member has highlighted 10 points to dispel the misconceptions surrounding the sixth largest cryptocurrency and its underlying blockchain technology, XRP Ledger. In a tweet yesterday, Sir Clown Sniper called on Ripple CTO David Schwartz and former director Matt Hamilton to criticize any of the points titled 10 Things the XRP Community Needs to Get Right. And by the way, I'll note, I went through the comment section of this bad boy, and there's some people that got a bit sassy and a bit rude. And so again, this guy who's going by the name Sir Clown Sniper with these 10 points I'm going to run through, he's hitting the nail on the head. And there are some people that somehow still disputed it and were actually getting sassy and rude. And so is what it is, folks. And I just I've been pushing back so much of this crap for over half a decade. It's just interesting to me that some of the stuff even still needs to be discussed, but apparently it does. So let's go through it. Piece continues. Firstly, the user noted that XRP could not be pegged to traditional financial instruments like gold, silver, etc. His assertion is in response to the widespread speculation suggesting that XRP could be backed by gold. Recall that in February, Hamilton dismissed this speculation in a tweet. And so Matt Hamilton, former Ripple employee, wrote on February 25th, "You can track gold by tokenizing it on the XRP ledger and creating a token such as XAU, like companies have been doing for the past decade. But you can't back XRP itself with gold." And so it's amazing to me that this still even needs to be said. But I was literally talking about this a week and a half ago-ish? This is a tweet I put out on March 25th, and I shared a screen grab from the Galvatron blog. Because again, this concept's been ripped to shreds for so many years. And so this piece reads as follows. Check this out. It's just a little snippet here. Couldn't they back XRP with gold to drive the price up? The confusion surrounding this never-ending meme stems from the failure to grasp that assets can be only one of two types. Number one, backed. An example of a backed asset is paper money, coupons, bearer bonds, etc. If a coin is backed, that means the price is guaranteed by a third party to match whatever it is backed by. A gold-backed coin means that the price of the coin is tied to match the price of gold. Essentially, The coin is a coupon for a specific weight of gold. Okay, so folks, that's the first thing that an asset could be. It can be backed, or it could be the second thing. The second thing is it could be self-valued. An example of a self-valued asset is gold, or platinum, or Bitcoin, or XRP. A coin that is self-valued isn't backed by anything. It is simply valuable in and of itself. It directly serves the function of an asset. It's not a coupon. Its price is determined by what people are willing to pay for it. I hope it's self-evident that a coin can't be both backed and self-valued at the same time. But if it's not, let me put it this way. When you sell something, you have to decide what it's worth. If it's backed by gold at $5 and self-valued at 25 cents, what does that mean? How much is it worth? That's right. It can't be worth both 25 cents and $5 at the same time. So it's either backed or self-valued. Yeah, so this is something that's always just driven me absolutely bananas. Because I don't even know why you'd want it to be backed by gold. Because one of the most appealing things about being in crypto is this opportunity to get tremendous gains. Historically, we've seen gains of hundreds of percent, sometimes thousands of percentage in increases. And you want XRP to be worth what gold is worth because reasons? That doesn't make sense. And the only way that that could even happen, if you want XRP to be backed by something, you would have to eliminate people having the ability to trade it on open markets, because the reason that XRP is self-valued, the reason it's worth the open market price it has today, however, it's been hovering around lately, obviously in the 50-something cent region, the reason is because people are speculating. They're buying and selling against one another on a global scale the world over. If you want to eliminate that, then you can have what would be effectively a coupon, and then it's just worth whatever the underlying asset is, like gold. Does that sound appealing and fun and good? No! Of course, there's a resounding no, because we ain't idiot sticks up here on the Moon Family Sedan channel. How do we have to talk about this in 2020? It's just amazing, but we do actually have to talk about this. Piece continues. Secondly, Sir Clown Sniper said it is impossible for XRP to magically become a stablecoin, just like USDT, USDC, and actually they wrote that twice. While many share this sentiment, some wallet lead developer Weedsay Wind created two theoretical scenarios where XRP can be used as a stablecoin. It is noteworthy that Wind's proposals seem impossible in their own right. Yeah, so he's not, just to be clear, I'm going to read them to you, they're on your screen right now, but he's not literally saying that this is what's going to happen. And it's certainly not, because look, this is another scenario where, like, how do you think that this would literally unfold? If it's going to be worth, like, why is a stable coin worth $1? It's because it's understood. I mean, there's this promise. Sometimes we don't have sufficient verification this is the case, but hey, somebody creates this new thing. They say, hey, here's this thing called a stable coin. It's worth $1. Each one of these is worth $1. It's backed by $1. So that provides confidence out in the space that it's actually worth that. And so you generally don't see the price deviate for USDT or USDC. You don't typically see it deviate much from $1 unless there's fear in the market or something like that. Is it actually backed? Is it all a scam? You see stuff like that. Okay. So that's the reason that happens. So unless you think that XRP is going to magically become backed by something instead of self-valued, and then the world's going to fall in line and say, oh yes, it's worth whatever is backing it, whether it's, so imagine it's a United States dollar. Okay, one XRP worth $1 forever and ever and ever and ever. I don't know why people would want that anyway, but people seem to have this incredible misconception that it could be all of these things all at once, and it's just a bunch of gobbledygook, which is a very fun word to say. Try to incorporate that into your own conversations today. It'll be a good time. But here's what Weedsay Wind said. The only way for that to work is if all on and off ramps of XRP collectively decide they won't sell if not exactly at a certain fiat equivalent, which is never happening with the amount of exchanges, decentralized exchange, etc. Yeah, so that's spot on, because you're never going to get that to happen. But again, if you just understand the concept of self-valued versus the backed asset, duh. And then he says, I guess the only hypothetical way would be if stores and people start pricing goods and services in fixed XRP value. which would only work if their vendors, employees, everyone would do that as well. Never going to happen. Well, certainly that's not going to happen. I mean, you're talking about unit of account, a medium of exchange, that whole thing. XRP is just going to be used in play, like, but still, that doesn't change it into a stable coin. Even what he's citing right there, frankly. And anyway, the piece continues though, and it just kind of goes through it again. I don't need to highlight in depth anyway all these, but the list is what's on your screen right here. The third one is stable coins issued on the XRP ledger are not XRP. And that's amazing that some people don't seem to get this. With that whole silly ass buyback committee, you guys familiar with that? The group that said that, they put that valuation model with XRP at $122,000. I don't think that they were getting that concept. Stable coins issued on the XRP ledger are not XRP. Look, anything issued on the XRP ledger is not XRP. It's just a token. Number 4, the XRP ledger requires electricity to operate. Number 5, XRP. By the way, that's the only one that I really feel super comfortable breezing past, because is anybody disputing that? Number 5, XRP can only exist on the XRP ledger. Otherwise, it's an IOU. Yeah, exactly. So kind of what I was saying just a second ago, the only token native to the XRP ledger is XRP. Anything else was created afterwards, and it's an IOU. And so nowadays, what you'd call them is tokens. But back in the day, there wasn't such terminology. Back a decade ago when the XRP ledger was launched, and so the word that the developers came up with was just IOU, because it's a representation of something else. So because there could be something that's somebody else is guaranteeing, or there could actually be an actual asset that's backing that, because that's just a brand new asset that's getting created on the ledger here. And so it's called an IOU, but it's what you could know today as just tokens. And it doesn't have to be backed by anything either. So I think we get that concept here. But even I kid you not, I went through the thread and there were people that were disputing that. In 2023, folks, it just is what it is. Number 6, XRP has nothing to do with ISO 20022. Yeah, now that's another one I want to take just a moment to speak about here, because you hear about certain cryptocurrencies being ISO 20022 coins. That is not a thing. ISO standards exist in pretty much every industry on the entire damn planet. And you can get because maybe the word would just be certified to be meet certain ISO certifications, and that might make you appealing as a vendor in specific industries. So because things are just being done in a uniform fashion, it can just lead to certain efficiencies. So you as a vendor might be more appealing if you meet these certifications. This is not something that's unique to finance at all. ISO certifications are just a thing the world over. And ISO 20022, fun little fact here, has actually been around since 2004. Did you know that? That's right, it's been around since 2004. I think I had something from Ripple here. Yeah, here you go. I don't feel the need to read what's on your screen here, but they're noting Ripple. This is Ripple. This is an article from June 10th, 2020, noting that ISO 20022 has been around since 2004. And of course, it's been updated over time, and there are new iterations, and the most crucial latest iteration just launched within the last couple weeks or so. And this has to do with messaging, including with distributed ledger technology in the world of fintech. And all just in communication, electronic messaging. That's how it started, by the way. It was electronic messaging for financial institutions back in 2004. That's how this all started. And then it kind of evolves over time as industries evolve. That shouldn't surprise anybody here. This has nothing to do with XRP specifically at all. It's just industry standards. That's it. People saying that XRP is ISO 20022 compliant are saying gobbledygook. Again, try and incorporate it in a conversation in your life today. It's a fun word. But it's nonsense. It's an incoherent concept. It doesn't make a damn bit of sense. That's all that it is. Then the next one is Interledger doesn't require XRP. Yes, indeed, Interledger protocol, which was created by a couple Ripple employees, if memory serves, I could be mistaken, but I think it was Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz, I want to say, a long time ago. And Interledger protocol, it's you guys understand that's not a blockchain, right? Like it's a protocol. And so what it does is it helps ledgers of all kinds communicate with one another, because before this protocol existed, there was no standard way of doing that. And so it's not something that's crypto specific even. You can have a ledger that operates on a blockchain, use ILP to communicate with a traditional ledger from the world of legacy finance. This is not something that requires XRP. But when you're talking about increasing efficiency, increasing the velocity of money, and if you need to bridge stuff, that is good for XRP. But Interledger Protocol does not require XRP, period. And then number 8, all the money in the world will not run across the XRP ledger. I wish that didn't need to be said. But again, this goes back to the crazy folks at the buyback committee. Like, it's just some of the stuff that they put out there, it's absolutely bat S-word crazy. It's nonsense. And again, that proposal with the $122,000 XRP, assuming that everything of value on the entire planet would be on the XRP ledger. You're talking about tokenizing, as Matt Hamilton even pointed out, so what, we're going to tokenize what, like tanks and stuff too? And then, of course, you're double counting, because does the tank have no value in real life? Because if it has value in real life and then it also has value on the XRP ledger, you just double counted. They seem to miss that basic point too. But no, all the money in the world will not run on it won't be on the XRP ledger, and it won't run across the XRP ledger. But the good news is the XRP ledger is functionally useful. XRP is being positioned. If you're talking about value being on the XRP ledger, it is. And it's increasing. That's great. And on top of that, XRP is being positioned as a bridge currency. This is all good stuff. We don't need to have Fantasyland nonsense here. And then there was number 9. The US government is not going to buy back your XRP. I don't want to spend more time. I've made entire videos talking about that topic. This is like a breath of fresh air to me, though, because my channel, I've spent over the years so much time talking about so many of these things and all sorts of other crazy nonsense topics that have come up. It's just nice to see that there's some sanity out there in the world. And then number 10, RippleNet is totally different from the XRP ledger, and that one's self-explanatory, so I don't feel feel it necessary to go into that any further. But David Schwartz responded to that, and he just said, all of these things are true. Because they are true. Let's put it to bed. This is one of the creators of XRP and the XRP ledger. He says, yes, all of these things are true. Absolutely. I've been spouting it for years. It's so nice to see him just chime in, even with just that one sentence. And so Sir Clown Sniper responded to David Schwartz and said, thanks for chiming in. I'm on a quest to crush misinformation, and people think I'm fudding XRP. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been dealing with that for over half a decade myself. I try and crush misinformation also, and sometimes people give me crap about it. But I can handle myself. I can definitely handle myself. All up in this bitch. All right, on to the next topic here, and I'm going to be brief with this because it's just kind of a for fun thing to throw in at the end of the video, but I did find it fascinating. So again, this is from Markets Insider. Apple has hidden a Bitcoin manifesto in every Mac since 2018, says a tech blogger who discovered it by accident. Technologist Andy Baio says he accidentally discovered a copy of Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin white paper on his Apple Mac computer. While trying to fix my printer today, I discovered that a PDF copy of Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin white paper apparently shipped with every copy of Mac OS since Mojave in 2018, Baio wrote in an April 5th blog post. He said he asked over a dozen of his friends and fellow Mac users to confirm, and the document was there for every single one. The file, called simpledoc.pdf. To find it, according to Baio's instructions, users can open the terminal and type the following command, and it's on your screen. I'm not going to read it, but if you actually care to look, it's right there, and you can do it yourself if you so choose. For those using Mac OS 10.14 or later, the document should immediately open in preview as a PDF file, he explained. Insider tested out Baio's instructions and found a copy of the document stored on the computer running the most recent update of Mac OS. So folks, the question is why is that on there? Now, one simple answer could be that it was just for some sort of test purpose and just happened to be kept on there, because they never expect the user to find it. That's not my guess. I don't blame people for thinking about every potential. That's fine. It's not a crazy thought. My guess, just for fun, because we don't know and we may never know, is that somebody's a big Bitcoin fan and secretly put it on every Mac OS for the last 5 years. That'd be my for fun guess. I don't know. None of us know for sure. And again, maybe we find out, but I don't know. Is Apple actually going to address something like this? Don't hold your breath. But still, isn't that something? Something as consequential as that? Because I think the Bitcoin white paper is incredibly cool. It's a historic document. It just is. and then have that many copies out there, unbeknownst to all these people buying their Apple products. I just found it interesting. Let me know what you think. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.